It is my day off again, and that means we are doing some baking. I have made one of my favourite, I know I keep saying that, but another one of my favourite sweet treats. Millionaire Shortbread. The way it is tray. It is a fat layer of caramel. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's the fucking ratio you want. Yeah, that's the stuff. Look at that. Look at that. I'm very pleased. I'll give you a little taste test. Let's cut off a little wedge. Oh, fuck off. Oh. Good afternoon. How are we? I have been slightly disorganised the last couple of weeks, but it's not the end of the world because we're back. Whatever platform you are watching this on, thank you. Obviously, as I've said at the start of the video, we're making Millionaire Shortbreads, one of the greatest sweet treats of all time, and a lot easier than you think they are. The time I ever made these was out of spite, because I got some shitty ones from a cafe that were tiny, so overpriced, so I said, fuck this, I'm making my own. And this series is all about the things I would make and stock in a bakery or a cafe, so this will be one. I'm gonna start off with the shortbread base, so 100 grams caster sugar, 200 grams softened room temperature butter. I'm gonna cream them together. If you have a mixer, that's gonna make your life a lot easier. I do not have a mixer. I do have a food processor that would probably work, but not everyone does, so we're gonna do it by hand. Soften butter, make sure it's soft because it's gonna make your life easier. Fork, and just mash it together. This will take me a couple of minutes, so editor, speed it up. That has successfully been creamed together. I'll show you, so bring it a bit closer. Don't have any visible sugar, it should be a nice paste. Probably could, if you had a mixer, is mix it. Yeah, that's kind of what you're looking for. Next, we are going to go in with, one sec, let me check my notes. 275 grams of plain flour. You're gonna bring this together like you would a crumble. So rub it all together with your hands. And could use a mixer, but just squeeze it together and eventually like a crumbly dough will form. The only thing is I'm an idiot and now I have both my hands covered in flour, so I think I am just gonna have to record this whole part. May as well talk. I know I have been a bit inactive the last few weeks. And you know what? For once, it's genuine busyness. So I'm on new shifts in work. I have 4 days in, 3 days off. I work pretty much 40 hours over the 4 days. Out in the sun all day, and yeah, just the last 2 weeks I've took the days off as days off. Still got training done, still got runs done, but I've been cooking, but nothing that I've wanted to record. I've bought ingredients for things. Just haven't cared enough. Just really haven't been in, not the head, because nothing's been putting me off doing it other than fuck this. I've just been tired and I've been enjoying cooking and not recording it, because it's been so long since I've actually done that. Everything has to be like content 90% of the time, and it's been fun just cooking for me. But yeah, no, nothing's been wrong, because I've had a few people text me, friends and followers, because usually when I go quiet online I mightn't be doing the best, but for once I can openly say I've been doing good, just busy. So anyone who's reached out, I do appreciate it, and it is, like, I do notice it, so thanks. And a busy boy that hasn't been thinking about getting content out. Has come together. Feels a bit wetter than it should. It's usually a bit drier than that, but I don't know. Keep it going. So that's it there. It should kind of be crumbly but clump together when you squeeze it. Usually it is a bit finer and closer to a crumble texture. I don't know why it's feeling like this, but we're gonna follow we're gonna trust past Kieran. He has put time and effort into researching these. I have not. We're gonna dump this straight into our lined tray. Press it down. as evenly. Yeah, just press it down as evenly as you can. I am under a bit of a time crunch today because Kaylee is going camping with some of our mates, and I've been instructed they need to be ready before they leave. So I am trying to rush a small bit. Right, that's flattened out nice and evenly. We're gonna bang that in a preheated 170 degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes. So in we go. I forget, because that's one thing I'm extremely bad for when I'm recording, is continuing recording and not actually setting the timer. I love counters like this because they're so easy to clean, but bench scraper. Straight into the bowl that you've already dirtied or into the bin. Next order of business is our caramel. You could absolutely just buy one of the tins of pre-made caramel. It is still going to be good, but it's going to be nicer if you make your own. I need 230 grams of butter. What do I have here? It's about 200. 196, so it's close. Need another small. I just have a press. Nah, it's not going to be. How close will this get me? My fridge is just full of sticks of butter. Oh, 233, basically on the button. About 4 tablespoons of caster sugar, which will be 70 grams of caster sugar. 3 tablespoons of golden syrup. Yeah, 3 tablespoons of this, so about 50-ish grams. And last but not least, a whole tin of condensed milk. Now, I'm pretty sure you are supposed to do a bit more of a methodical process when it comes to making this, but I think it's just easy to dump it all in the pot and keep an eye on it. Now, I do often kind of get little crystallized bits of sugar because I burn it a bit. Olive, I actually like the bit of crunch. And then for this job, a silicone spatula will help you get every last bit out. This is a 397 gram tin. And we're gonna get this on a medium heat and just keep an eye on it until it comes together and thickens up. I'll move you across. I know normally in these videos I kind of just come back and forth, but I'll actually move you across so you can see. So we're gonna get on a medium heat. We are just going to pretty much, this whole process you're gonna want to keep stirring it. Now, I should have chopped the butter up smaller to help it break down faster, but I'm being lazy. You're just gonna keep stirring and try to get all that sugar dissolved in. Try to break up the butter a little bit here. And you're just gonna stir it until it becomes one thick, darker caramel looking sauce. Then you're gonna bring it up to basically a boil again, continuously stirring it until it darkens and gets nice and thick. I hope it goes without saying, this is hot. Obviously, we've all burnt ourselves off trays, pans, whatever, while cooking. But I'm telling you now, the burn off caramel, oh, that'll put manners on you because it'll stick to you because of the sugar. And if you have any hair on your arms, it's just going to get stuck in that, and yeah, you'll know all about it. Make sure as you're kind of stirring it to get into the sides, because that's where the sugar will get stuck and caught. And that's why I would use something like this, because it'll actually get everything. Everything is fully dissolved now. We have a nice smooth liquid, and we're just going to bring this up to a boil. So keep a note on the colour, and I'll kind of give you times. It's been about a minute. It is starting to bubble and boil now, and this is when you really need to try stay on top of it. And this is where I normally make a balls of it because I'm moving the camera around and doing other shit. But we're gonna try take it seriously today. About 2.5-ish, nearly 3 minutes. You can see it's starting to get thicker again. It's gotten a bit darker. So this is about 5 minutes. I'm gonna let it go further because it's just not dark enough yet, but it is getting there. Now I do have a slight issue. I think the shortbread is done. I need to get that out. And I'm currently trying to fold a tea towel as I'm doing this so I can actually take it out. No, it's a couple of minutes. I'll leave that in for now. All right, I'll leave that in until this is done. It's been about 9-ish minutes, which is longer than normal, but I do normally let it burn a little bit. But you can see how much darker it is, how much thicker it is. It's a nice golden color. I'm gonna knock this off the heat. I'm gonna keep stirring it though for a minute because obviously it'll still catch at the bottom. My shortbread is just about done, so I'm gonna move that to the side. Yeah, that looks good. Oh yeah, that looks real good. Yeah, you can see the difference. I'll put a side by side of it now versus when we started. But yeah, that's sort of the consistency you're looking for, and that nice golden brown. And you can see it's kind of darkening still as it's sitting here. Shortbread has been in about 25-26 minutes. That is the shortbread. Looks alright. I'm going to leave that to cool. I'm going to get the caramel on top and I'm going to stick it in the freezer just to speed up the process. I am running out of time, so that's still hot, but asbestos fingers come in handy sometimes. Yeah, look at that. Look how dark and golden that's gone, and that's with it cooling down a bit. We are going to pour that over the top. I really want to lick the spoon, but I know it's going to be a horrible decision if I do. I need a palette knife. Alright, I'm just going to smooth this out a little bit. So we have a bit of an even layer. Thick layer of caramel. Maybe a bit too... Nah, can you have too much? That's that, nice and smooth. We're going to stick that in the freezer for at least an hour. About an hour, I'd say, at least. Lovely and firm and nice and set. So I'm going to pour over 200 grams of melted milk chocolate. And we're just going to smooth that out. These are a bit over an hour, hour and a half. Maybe, I can't actually remember what time I put it in at. On an attempt to make it look pretty, I'm going to go in with some white chocolate chips as well. Yeah, say about 100 grams of white chocolate. White chocolate is melted. We are going to dollop over some teaspoons of it. It's not fully melted, there's still some little bits of chips, but I'm being impatient. Grab a skewer or a toothpick and you're just gonna swirl it. It doesn't have to be perfect. I let you just go on like figure eights. And see, I've kind of been a bit slow with this, so the milk chocolate has kind of firmed up a little bit. Yeah, it has, so it's not swirling as well as it normally does. This is not the prettiest one I've ever made. It's actually quite messy looking. But is it still going to taste good? Absolutely. I know there is a proper technique to do this marbled look, but that's a bit of caramel. But I'm not really arsed. I just swirl. There we are. And this is going to go back in the freezer for another half an hour until the chocolate is completely set, and then we'll slice it. That is a fucking ridiculous layer. Yeah, this is a crate. Like, I like my Millionaire Shortbreads and the caramelly side, but look at that. You can barely even see the base. I'm just hoping it's like spilled down on the sides, but that's nuts. I think just with these sides, it's like overspilled the base because there you go. You can kind of see a better ratio because I think the likes of that is just mental looking. Oh, I kind of cut this arseways. Mind, I'm useless at slicing things evenly. So we'll have two little sections. We'll have one section for some small slices, which will be these two. Kaylee's going camping, so she can have the small ones. Look at that. Look at that. I'm very pleased. I'll give you a little taste test. Let's cut off a little wedge. Oh, fuck up. Oh. You're in shock, bro.
Oh, sorry.
No. Review. 1 sec. What are your thoughts? Right. Kaylee is having a taste test herself. Kaylee, what are the thoughts? She doesn't want to be on camera.
Unbelievable.
You've heard it there, folks. Yeah, I'm very fucking happy with how they've turned out. So, boys and girls, that is another episode of Day Off Bakes complete. Another successful one at that as well. For the sake of the YouTube world, if you've enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe. What's the other one? Turn notifications on, if you care. And if you do decide to make these, let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next one.